Greetings. My name is Diana Evans, also known as Miss Star. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this footage. I haven't been too long starting my day. In starting my day, I decided I'd stop by Facebook for a while. One of the first posts that I saw on my timeline was a police officer that was outraged, rightfully so. In her being outraged, she was expressing how she felt based on some footage that one of her children came home and showed her regarding the death of a black man by way of the hand of a white cop. I'm not going to go deep into that because that's her story. What she felt and expressed was her right, and it was based on her personal experiences. It gnawed me so as tears streamed down my face to see this woman's pain. Not someone that just wanted attention, not someone that was making a cry out for herself. Help me, help me, help me. But she's someone that was passionately driven, understanding that there's risk when you put videos out on a public, worldwide system. There's always some kind of risk. You risk your video going viral, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on who you are. You risk opinions and all kind of craziness. You risk things if you're employed by way of your employer if they do not agree. And you risk even your reputation. And sometimes, whether on a worldwide system or just walking down the street, you risk your life. My mother always told me, Diana, whatever you're going to do, be your best at it. If you're going to be a prostitute, be your best at it. But if you're going to be a child of God, then you stand up and you be accounted for. And I believe it was the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. that made the statement, if you haven't found something in this life worth dying for, then you are not fit to live. I asked the question today, have you found that thing, that cause worth dying for? I'm not telling you to be a martyr. Somebody told me many years ago, because I said, for Christ I live, and for Christ I'm willing to die. I was told that I was trying to be a martyr. But understand, anytime you take a great stand, and it's a stand for humanity, you stand alone oftentimes. And even when you're not alone, you're amongst a crowd of people, you stand the risk of someone taking or trying to take your life. I guess that's called leadership in America. Well, not even just in America. It's called leadership for truth and righteousness. What is right? Right living, right standing. I say that because I came on for a particular reason, but I can never, ever be afraid or ashamed to say that I am a gospel preacher. Gospel means that I come with good news. Preacher means I have to tell it like it's written in the book. Speaking of books, let me get to the reason why I came on today. The officer motivated me to just come on this morning because any of you that know me know that I will come on as I feel compelled to or when it's necessary and time to. As I watched this officer, baby calling her in the background, but she was focused with her message. She needed to make an awareness of the importance to us as African Americans. She put a plea out, a cry out for the men, black men. She also made a very bold statement to those that are wearing the blue or the black, whatever color you may be wearing in your city or town. She made a cry out to those that are law enforcers that made an oath, that took an oath to protect their city, to protect their neighborhood, to protect the particular communities that they drive down or within, which pays their check. Now this morning, as I watched the news before I even was exposed to this officer's heartfelt plea and pain on the World Wide Web, I saw clips of both murders. The one with the young man sitting in the car, girlfriend, small child, officer tells the man to show his proof of ID. He goes in the pocket to get his wallet. I'm going to conclude. He had a gun, but he was asked for his wallet. Where does the average man carry their wallet? And nowadays you have some women that don't carry purses and they carry whatever in a pocket that's connected to their body. And so, shoulder. By the time he got to the hospital, the story goes on at some point. I'm not sure if he was DOA or if he died shortly thereafter. Nonetheless, there's another man dead. Grieves my heart to have to say this because I'm a preacher all day long. I'm not prejudiced. There's white, there's Indian, there's probably some Mexican, there's German. There's a whole lot of stuff in my family and in yours too. Okay? So this right here is not about prejudices. But the fact remains that I'm a black woman. This was a black man that was shot in front of his little black baby. His black girlfriend. I'm going to neutralize this in a moment. But I have to say what's real. And then there's this other young man, I understand, that was out selling CDs or what have you. I wasn't there, I don't know, but I know what I saw. As usual, what I've seen so far is a tackle to the ground. And whether it's misuse or bullet abuse, typically all of the scenes that I've witnessed on the news or videotaped by some society person, someone that lives within a community, videotaping with their camera and putting it on the internet without the police knowing. They have no idea who's watching them, who's videoing, just as anyone doesn't if they're doing something wrong as it relates to being a civilian or a citizen. And this thing, boom, goes viral or has the potential to go viral. I'm saying all of this to say, in 1994, I wrote a letter to the mayor at the time. I found the letter last year, I believe, and I read it. And as I read the letter, the same things that are going on now in 2016 were going on then in 2014. I believe I was 24 years old. I saw trouble then. And I reached out to the mayor of the city where I live at, which is Toledo, Ohio. And if he even read the letter, that was my copy that I found. He threw it away. Be careful of who you ignore. Be careful of who you talk about. Be careful of who comes into your company, but you push them aside. Inasmuch as you have done it to the least of these, you've done it unto the one that has created all of us. So for now, enough about the black and the white. Because to be honest, I could care less about your color. What I care about is our children. I am the president of a wonderful 501c3 organization called Building Tomorrow's Generation. Building Tomorrow's Generation is a 501c3 nonprofit. There's a young man that had a vision for this particular organization.